Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. We are very sorry about yesterday, but we had some technical issues and we couldn't help those technical issues. So today, again, we have Mr. Mohamed with us, who is a ABA therapist. So he is going to continue what we started to talk about last week. All right. And I wanted to say something else at the beginning, but I can't remember what it was. All right. So we talked last time about we did an introduction to ABA and social skills. We talked about building a foundation. We talked about group interactions. So now we're going to talk about some real life applications. So how do you help children generalize social skills learned in therapy to real life situations like at home or at school? Hello? Can you hear
Okay, to
me?
continue our talk for the previous. Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you. Hear me?
Okay, what is happening? Yeah, okay. Okay. Did you hear the question? Okay.
Okay, beginning, I would like to thank everybody for this episode and the previous episode, Mohamed Abdelrahman, for supporting and everyone of my friends and especially a friend of mine, Mrs. Minna Elbey. It's a good question. I would like to mention for the previous episode. We are continue talking about social skills and how to improve it and how to answer all the question or most of the questions that parents or maybe service asking. So the question is, how do you help children generalize social skills learned in therapy in real situation? Okay, first we have to use generality. That's the main principle of ABA. One of the seven dimensions actually. So we have to focus on how we are implementing that. First, we have to training them in different things, settings, and different people. First, in the places or settings we have to design a fixed area, especially fixed area at the first of the training. So when we are training them in a fixed area, we have less problems. We have less inappropriate behaviors. We have the the answer or the action we would like to have. Another thing we are gradually making it difficult or gradually adding things, gradually adding the obstacles they may have in the future with different people. Maybe he is acting normally with me. Maybe he is acting normally with his father and his parents, his father and his mother. Maybe he's acting well in the caregivers around him. But here we have to uh, have a help from different people, like another therapy, different people, volunteering people that may help us to generalize the the response or the behaviors they are acting in the different thing in the different settings. So the main thing we are using here is generality, and we have to know how to use it. First, we have to use in different settings and different people.
Yeah. Okay. Um, can you give examples of how role playing is used in ABA to teach social skills?
Okay, role playing is used in ABA to teach social skills. There's a lot of about this question. First,
Yeah, the role playing is a
um,
lot. Yeah.
we have use modeling, take turns first, and then teaching them. Like I would like to give examples more, like uh, when using it in greeting and introducing. Okay, the setting or
Yeah.
the situation might be that greeting and introduce. So I'm putting myself and another survey or putting myself in front of him. Greetings, say hello, hi when I'm entering to another room or to people. My name is Muhammad. I'm saying in appropriate way and in appropriate time. So that is the first step to modeling how to use greetings and introducing myself in a right way. Maybe we are using playing principle for sharing toys. The scenario might be I really like this toy. Can I have turn please? Can I have my turn, please? So that is the situation to have
Yeah.
sharing toys. Maybe I like this toy in the hand of of a friend. Maybe they are playing together
Mm.
in the kids area. So he might like the train on the child hand. Maybe he's like an airplane, a car. So we have to share it. We have to know how to share it, learning how to share it. So that is the one of it, not not taking it without permission, not engaging in inappropriate behaviors. So we have to remove all obstacles that maybe faces him to act normally, to share it with happy faces, well, in the right way, in the
Yeah.
appropriate way, in the right ways that parents would like to see their child. Maybe asking for help.
Yeah. One of the
Okay,
Yeah, one of the techniques we've always used, especially in social skills, when you're talking about speech, is like you said, the greeting.
yeah,
And if the child doesn't understand, like if you say, for example, how are you? And the child doesn't respond to that, what we do is we try to model what he says. So for example, hi, how are you? And he doesn't say, and you tell him, no, you say, I'm fine, thank you. So
yeah,
once we do that so many times, the child starts to understand that, okay, I need to answer that question. It's like about everything. This is for children that are maybe semi-verbal and verbal, but they start to model what you're teaching them. So and then they can carry that over to their home and to school.
yeah. I know that one of the theories I like the most of this about this question or about this topic is RFT that used in big program relational frame theory.
Mhm.
It's about not only understanding the language, but it's like more fixed, more reliable to the real life, more better to implement in the real life, and peak is working. Uh, I'm not funding of it. I'm not expert in peak, but I know all these the theories. The theory is is playing a big role in about this area or about the topic we are saying, to know what is what I'm going to gain about answering this question. How are you? I'm good.
Mhm.
I don't understanding that. Just he said hello, and the therapy learned me to say I'm fine, thanks. What is the point?
Mhm.
What is the point here? The point here
Yeah.
is learned
Usually they
by
yeah, usually
speak.
they start to understand it.
Yeah,
Hmm. Yeah, I think it depends on the level of autism. So yeah, you're like when you're talking about the kids that are more severe, and usually most of them are nonverbal. Of course, they're not going to really understand.
yeah,
But then when you talk about level one and level two, most likely they're going to understand, but they don't have the skills to understand how to
yeah.
answer. So then we're modeling that behavior so that they start to understand how
Understand? Yeah,
they're supposed to use the social skills.
exactly,
Yeah,
exactly. The last point
yeah,
in this talk is asking for help. One of the most important ones, it's the point. The point here is asking for help. So when he is
hmm,
like want to
what's
would like to have a
right,
break,
go to the bathroom.
would like to have a
Yeah,
break from what we are doing. Uh, in you know in in case of is engaging in inappropriate behaviors. uh, okay, wait a second, please.
okay.
Yeah, back again, I'm sorry. So we are saying
Okay,
instead of he is engaging in inappropriate behaviors, that he asks for help. Instead of he is hitting
right.
his fist to his hand, he ask for help, for a break.
Yeah,
If he would like to have water and he can't say how to say some water, he
say
can
it.
say
Yeah,
I want
hmm,
help. So he can say
yeah,
water. He might have a big of water and give me it, and I'm bringing him a cup of
yeah,
water. That is asking
yeah.
for help.
This is yeah, yeah. This is one of the causes, like, of meltdowns, is when they don't have the break
Yeah,
and they don't know how to communicate that they need the break. So this is very important point, that they need to be able to say I need a break, or they need to be able to give a sign that they need a break. Something like this. This is something that's really important, because a lot of times when the kid, they know that they need a break, they're oversensitized or
yeah,
something, they go into a meltdown. So we want to avoid that.
yeah. We
That's the
have
main
to
thing we want
avoid
to.
that because
Yeah, we want to
he
avoid
might,
that.
we don't
So
know
that
the behaviors he might do because he can't express to have a break.
express himself. Yeah, and that's one. The a card is good as some kind of, like a red card. I need a break. Try to teach them the red card means I
I
need a
need a
break.
break.
You know, so yeah, even if they're nonverbal, you can usually teach them. Okay, this red card means I need a break, and that will prevent the meltdown if he can get out of that situation.
And this is also related to function communication training, to
Hmm.
to communicate in appropriate way, instead of engaging in behaviors we wouldn't like to have it.
Inappropriate behaviors. Yeah, yeah, inappropriate
Okay.
behaviors. Okay. Let me see, where was I? Okay. How do you involve parents and caregivers like grandparents, aunts, uncles, whoever is taking care of the children, in reinforcing social skills at home?
Okay, we first one of the principles at ABA that parent training based on ABA and implementing the strategies used in ABA with the parents, and we could encourage them by making them engage with the session with us. Try to we could bring the parents and make them to be audience in the session, to just watch their child acting, to just involving with the session, um,
Hmm.
to work in the social skill actually by using them as items for the session. Encouraging them by telling them the consequences, encourages them by we are actually taking a data from parents and the caregivers continuously. So we could ask them how about the progress that we have made. So we could encourage them more to involve with us. So there is actually training, parent training in ABA. The
Yeah.
BCBA do it, the supervisor doing it actually. So parent training in ABA
Hmm.
is a very important, helping the parents to know their child more, to to actually the desire of the parents is we are putting in consider. So we are involving involving them with us to tell them how to uh, how do you implementing this strategy with your child.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. One thing I have found that sometimes, like, say the therapist wants to focus on this skill because this is the most important skill that we need to fix. Say the child is always having meltdowns, you know, and then we find the parent, no, we want you also to work on this and to work on this and to work on this. You
I
know,
know
we
that. I know
have
that.
we
I
have
have faced that
have
before.
one
So
one task and we
yeah,
want that child to get that task
but, yeah,
well and to understand the task, and then the parents want you to do five or six tasks at the same time, or five or six areas, and and they don't understand when you can't do five or six areas at one time.
yeah. Putting their consider and their desire is a very important to know actually, for you to know what you have to do as an
Hmm.
therapy.
Yeah, because you start from the most important.
Yeah,
What is the most
it's
important?
important too.
What is the most difficult behavior or situation that you are having at home? So the kid is, say, for example, the child is eloping all the time. So you want to work on that behavior and get that behavior situated so that the child won't be eloping, because eloping is a dangerous
Yeah,
situation,
yeah, yeah. Loving
so
oh my God.
yeah, so yeah, so we can't work on eloping and say uh,
Suddenly you
socializing
are
with
in the
other kids at
session.
the same time.
Suddenly you are in the session
Yeah,
and the
you
child, sudden elopement, elopement, and he is running. Actually, not seeing anything, anybody in front of him. He's just running. He's just running, and this is very
we
dangerous.
we we used to have a child, and I remember some of the therapists used to call him Spider-Man. You had to keep your eye on him all the time
Yes,
because
I know
he
that.
could scale a wall. You know, the walls here are very high. So we have the 6 foot wall around the villas. So he could just scale them. He just, I don't know, he'd just climb them and he'd be gone, you know? So we had to put up a lot of precautions. There always had to be somebody with that child all the time. Even when he needed to go to the toilet, there is someone waiting there. It was just all eyes had to be on that
But
boy.
by the way,
So yeah, it's a whooping.
I have worked with a kid. Kid have a history of development. He just would to run, not seeing anybody, not seeing anything. He might like push anything in front of him. He would like to run. So I have prepared a move to him that when I told him to something, yeah, I'm putting my hand here on my shoulder and saying him
Yeah, on his
come
shoulder.
here, and
Yeah.
told him, you know what he is doing? He just put his head
Mhm.
on my shoulder like this. I have
Yeah. Oh, some
this
kids are
move
just
for him, and he's just doing that. I was very pleased that he did it for more than one time with me. So I was very pleased. So
mhm.
that I have overcoming about this movement. I just put my hand
Yeah.
here and saying his name, told him come here, and putting my hand
Mhm.
here, and he's just come to me
Mhm.
uh, peacefully, and putting his head like this
Yeah.
and saying to me, "I love you."
Oh, that's nice.
That's
Yeah.
very nice.
But
I
parents
was very
also,
pleased
yeah.
about this move, and finally I have built something he liked to just like a move like this. I was very pleased about the consequences, and I wrote it in my datagram, in my data session.
Yeah. Yeah, but what I was saying is that parents have to understand that we need to focus on the most important
Yeah, yeah.
thing, and then as the skills build, we build them one by one. We don't build them by five at a time or eight at a time or something like that. We build the skills one by one. We
Uh,
want to work on a child that's eloping, and at the same time we can't do something else at the same time because this is our focus is to teach him not to elope.
yeah.
So the parents also need to be patient and not expect miracles
About this also,
overnight or something like that.
we could train the child about non-containment, to give him a
Mhm.
period of time to have his own self himself, to have a break using
Yeah,
non-contingent
yeah, yeah,
reinforcement with a fixed time.
yeah, 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 right. Okay. How do you measure the progress in social skills development over time?
That's a good question. It related to the previous questions that we actually asking the gearkeepers a feedback from them. Actually, in ABA, we are using data sheet, data graph to measure the progress we are making, whether this technique is working with him or not. Maybe we have another technique is going to work with him in a right way. Maybe this technique is not good enough with him, so we have to change it. The feedback and the data graph, and by myself when I noticed his initiation of communication. He is initiating to communicate with me. He is initiating trying to make friends. He is trying to play with his peers. Try just initiating of any social skills he would like to practice with his peers or with me or with his parents. Data graph and some choice of myself about initiating. and the feedback came from caregivers and parents.
Yeah, yeah, usually you get the feedback from the parents and the caregivers as well, because that's the main way that you're going to get it. Because we're with the kids a few hours a day, then they go home, and how they react at
Yeah,
home is, how we can know as if the kids are getting, are progressing through the therapy. Okay,
yeah,
now I want to go to addressing challenges. What are some common barriers children with autism face when learning social skills?
So we would like to talk about the autism children for themselves and focusing on them. What is the problems they are facing? We need to understand first as a service, need to understand what actually they feel, actually what the obstacles they faces. First thing is anxiety, avoidance, sensory problems. About you know the the main thing in sensory problems that you don't know actually at the first time uh, the, the reason of the problem behavior. Maybe a sound, me, I can't hear it, you can't hear it, but he is, uh, it's
He can hear
aversive
it.
voice or sound for him. He can handle it.
Yeah.
Maybe the light is too much for him. He can't uh, he
Hmm.
can't process all of these inputs coming to his head. He can't something he
Yeah.
smells something he can't handling. Maybe it's good for me and good for
Hmm.
you and good for everybody, but it's not good at all for him. Sensory problems,
Yeah.
most important thing to focus in at the first, to when he is engaging in problem behaviors and social skills. When he is
Hmm.
in crowd, he can handle the sounds from
The
everywhere.
sound. Hmm.
Here someone is calling his boy. There is the sound of something. Someone is working. Here's someone playing music. So a lot of things
Yeah.
he can process. The main thing
Yeah.
here is
Yeah.
the environment is not prepared well for him to act normally.
Yeah, the sensory issue is a big thing. It's really a big thing. It's because it doesn't filter out like it does for everyone else. So the sounds,
Mm.
like for most people, the sounds like if you go into a mall or
Yeah,
something, it adjusts to for us. But with kids with autism, it doesn't adjust. A lot of times it seems to get louder. I have my son, he has a lot of sensory
yeah,
issues. He is what we would say high functioning
yeah.
autism, but the sensory issues, he has so many sensory
Mm.
issues, especially with sound. Yeah, most sound, and I think smells.
Smells
So and
and sight.
textures. So the sound, especially the sound, because he tells me that like when there's too many people in the room, the sound is just bouncing off. He uses these
Yeah,
headphones
and
to cancel out
he
the
just
sound.
put
Yeah,
his fingers or his hand to like this, and
yeah, yeah.
uh,
He's gonna,
started to
yeah.
mumbling with
When we go to someplace really loud, yeah,
unknown words to just make a balance for himself. He just want a balance for himself. It's not his fault. Actually, it's not his fault at all that
mhm.
he can't process the informations come from outside.
Yeah, yeah. He just used the headphones now. He's older
Each one
now.
is good.
He's an adult now.
It's good
So
actually.
he just uses the headphones.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Um, how do you manage resistance or anxiety of children during social skills training?
Okay, maybe the kid himself uh, fear to engage in social skills, like my peers will avoid me. I'm not going to be acceptable in the community. I'm not acting well. I'm going to some shy. I'm going to engage in inappropriate behaviors. So first, as a survey, source have to fix the environment. First, I have to make fix the environment. So and then I mustn't expose him suddenly. There is a step by step shot
Yeah.
I have take
Mhm.
before. So the main principles here is task analysis. So task analysis is a very important. So I can uh, go step by step. Um, you know, step by step, make it easy for him and easy for me, that I have removed every obstacles I might face in the future. So
Mhm.
step by step is very important. So I
Mhm.
can make it easy for him. I can make him accept to act normally, accept to
Mhm.
go in social skills, to accept the peer as the idea of his peers, playing,
Mhm.
chatting together, making community hubs. So the task analysis is the main principle we are using here.
Yeah, in CBT, we call this exposure therapy when we
Yes,
use like
CBT
a
is
step by step. So, for example,
CBT is
yeah, a child is afraid of a cat. So maybe first you're going to show them pictures of cats.
official
Maybe
fruits.
later you're going to show them a video of a cat. Maybe later you're going to go and have a cat in a kennel.
Yeah,
Maybe next you're going to show him how to pet the cat. So little by little, he gets, he reduces that fear of the cat. So it's almost the same kind of technique. We call it exposure therapy.
yeah. CBT is very good. Yeah, I haven't mentioned it, but it's very important for social skills and implementing it.
Yeah, yeah, I do CPT. I do CBT. So, so this is one of the techniques that we use in to if they have a fear of something, is we gradually expose them to the fear until they're not afraid, until there's less fear or they're not afraid anymore.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, what do you think if a child struggles to main? What do you think? What do you do if a child struggles to maintain the skills they've learned?
Okay, nice. It's not a big deal, but I have to make it as a mastered skills. So I'm not going to move to other skills or another skills um, before he masters these skills, and have in his mind, in the history of his mind, that if he asked about it, he could act, or he get response in the right way. So teaching him in different ways, different settings, as we said, in generality, is very good to maintain it. So analysis of where the error actually exists. So we have to ask ourselves what is the error is happening here, to find this the specific reason for it. So uh, the the example you have just said about the cat. So he might not like uh, the smell of the animals. He
Mm-hmm.
might fear of the animals, okay, but he can't identify a pic of it, a picture on the tablet. He has no problem with a toy as a cat toy,
Yeah.
okay, but he wouldn't like to deal with a cat in natural cat actually. He
Mm-hmm.
can't handle it. He can't deal with it, and he's maybe his fear about from them. So
Mm-hmm.
that is the here we can analyze the problem or the error here. So we have find it and we have to solve it, introducing it in the right way, introducing it with different settings, pairing it with something he like, he prefer, pairing it with a reinforcement. So
Yeah.
the last thing is review and adjust the teaching plan. So
Mm-hmm.
we have to review it and adjust it, and adjusting the teaching status.
Yeah. Okay. This goes along with the last question. What do you do if a child starts to regress? They start to go back after you've already taught them these skills and they have mastered these skills. So, what to do if they start to regress?
Again, please.
What to do if a child starts to regress, meaning they start going backwards? Okay. So
Backwards.
they've
Okay.
already gone through this, they've already mastered this skill, but now you see a regression in this skill. So what do you do when a child starts to regress?
Okay. In my opinion, I have to relearning, reteaching him or relearning him the skill itself by using the the task chaining, starting from maybe I'm going to use forward chaining or backward chaining or total task chaining to know where the error exists. So here when he is when he masters the skill and back again, he's not he can't do the skill. So I have to use task chaining to know where is the error and fix it, helping him gradually feeding the prompt and reinforcing him when he is master the skill step by step, one by one. So till he masters the skill but itself and using it and we will maybe he could make it with me and not use it. So I have to change the settings and change the way I'm going to to do the skill with him.
Yeah, okay. That's a good answer because we do have kids that this happens to. They learn the skill
Yeah,
and they're doing well, they're going forward, and all of a sudden something happens. Sometimes it's something in the family, sometimes it's just they just regress. So then we need to see how we can, stop to make them to go forward again, to stop the regression, so we need to pretty much go back to that skill and start again to see, like you said, where the problem is.
yeah.
Okay. How do you handle situations where a child displays aggression or inappropriate social behavior?
Okay. First, I must know the specific function of the behavior, then to know the setting around him. So uh, might he might doing it with different function behaviors. We have maybe he's would like to have my attention. Maybe he would like to elopement. Maybe he's asking for something and he's not expressing it in the right way.
Yeah.
Maybe he have sensory problems. So I have to check the environment around him, the settings around him, to just say what is the really function behavior is. Then I have to deal with the function behavior, but by itself. If attention, I'm not going to access attention. If it development, I have to make it more funny, more not being aversive thing to him that he is development from me to express it in the right way to presenting it in a funny way in the way he like. So in the sensory problems, so I have to find what is the problem is, and I have to be really quickly to know it, because sensory problems is very dangerous for him and for everyone around him.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh, like this, we have to know the function behavior and we have to fix the environment around.
Yeah, exactly. Because a lot of the meltdowns that kids have, they're around sensory. They're more around
Yeah,
sensory than behavior. They're not trying to be bad. They're not trying to like cause
it's not their
destruction.
fault
Uh,
actually.
I would say I would say 90% of it is around sensory, to do with sensory.
Yeah,
They're not, naughty children. It's usually a sensory issue, and that's why they
yeah.
have the meltdown, because they can't tolerate the sensory input that they're getting. So you not I would say at least not usually 90% of the time when a child with autism has a meltdown, it has to do with sensory.
Yeah.
Okay. What adjustments do you make working with nonverbal or semi-verbal children?
Okay, non-verbal children with autism. So I have my teacher, Mr. Amr Mustafa. He's one again. He is one of the best, BCBAs or supervisor on ABA field in the Middle East, or he's a good one. He's very excellent actually. He told us immediately when you are hearing a non-verbal children, use PICS, picture exchange system.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So he told us just use PICS and increase use of non-verbal communication like gesture, visual supports,
Mm-hmm.
like putting pictures in a very in different places that he would like to express it in the right way. He would like to take just the big if he would like to do just he is have his book with him to told you what
Yeah.
he is feeling actually. We are learning him how to act with the picture exchange system, how uh, how
Mm-hmm.
how to know what he need actually with picture exchange. Just he is using the book to express what he is feeling, to told you
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
whether he like to drink or to eat or
Mhm.
to go to bath. So
Yeah.
picture exchange system is a very good, and actually it's very helpful for nonverbal children for services and the caregivers like parents or the people around.
Yeah, either the PAX, Picture Exchange Program, or the AAC,
Yeah,
communication devices. These two things. It really helps the kids learn how to communicate and express what they need, which in turn, in the long run, it prevents a meltdown. Okay. Now I want to talk about innovative practices. Are there any recent advancements of techniques in ABA that you find particularly effective for social skills?
Yeah, at first, I have to tell you that I'm now applied behavior analyst technician. I have just learn about a little about this topic specifically, but I would like to talk about uh, 2 points: natural environment teaching and social stories and social scripts. So,
Yeah.
natural environment teaching in ET is very important, is new about with people that working with special needs. It was in the past it was difficult to bring a child to work with him in the natural environment. They actually feared that he might hurt himself or hurt the people around him. He can't play well with his peers. He can't play well in the right way in the kids area. He might engage an sorry,
Inappropriate.
in inappropriate behaviors. So
Hmm.
uh, he just he just can't act well as they want. So natural environment teaching, like he save the environment of he is going to act in it to increase the social skills or a healthy environment to implement it. Social stories or social scripts are like short narratives that describe specific social situation and the appropriate behaviors expected. That the appropriate behaviors he might act with his peers or with all people around him. There is also video modeling and video self modeling, like see you are doing that, see you are doing this. This is not good. This is wrong. See, this is the right way to do it. See, yeah,
Hmm.
this right situation and the right way you have to act with in the next time you have to act like this. You have to the right response for greeting, the right way for playing with someone, the right way to ask for a toy, the right way to uh, like communicate with the other. There is also naturalistic developmental behavior intervention, and these interventions focus on learning through a naturalistic environment like home or community settings, and emphasis engaging the child through play and daily routine. We are making daily routine for him to expect what he is going to do, to expect what he is going after this, have a schedule for his day. At 6 a.m. we are going to have breakfast. Then we have 4 sessions. Then we have a breaks. Then we have to go play some music. Then we have to go to sleep at 8 a.m. or 9 p.m. Like this, we have a daily routine and fixed one. So gradually we are adding things to him.
Yeah. Okay. Um, how do you use technology such as apps or video modeling to teach social skills?
All right. Okay, I have mentioned it in the previous question, but video modeling involves showing video that demonstrate the desired social behavior. So
Yeah.
like I said, yeah, I'm showing you the right way to act, the right way to respond to
Mhm.
when you are engaging with playing with another peer. So he is modeling the right way. We have an observation that we wrote it in a sheet. We have a feedback for him and for us. This is the first feedback when we put him in this situation, and after training, this is the feedback to us that we have progress or not. We are not having this. So application of timer of reinforcement. Uh, One of the funniest thing we have. Dr. Amr Mustafa also told us about application of a timer of reinforcement.
Yeah, yeah,
That we have. You have to do this skill and this time. So after
yeah, yeah.
ending this time, you have your reinforcement, you have your tablet, you have your free time, you have your candies, you have anything of your reinforcement. So it's more funny than a timer counting the time. It's more funny than this. It's like a rat eating cheese. Like more funny. It's like animations, but it related to time, paired
Yeah,
with
yeah, yeah.
time, animation paired
Yeah,
with time.
yeah,
And
it motivates.
I know a friend who are working with this strategy, and uh, the kid.
Okay, I think, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear.
Okay, because the internet is coming out. Okay. How does play-based ABA therapy contribute to social skills development?
Okay, okay. Play-based ABA therapy contribute to social skill development. We would like to encourage natural interaction. We have to increase engagement and movement. The way of introducing the target, we would like to teach social and communication skills like function communication training I have mentioned before. Reinforces social skills through positive reinforcement. When he is doing an right way to act, when he is putting in social situations, he received his reinforcement. We are encouraging him to act more, to told him that he is good, he is actually doing well. You are good, you are great, you are doing well.
Yeah.
Support generalization of social skills by generalizing it in settings and with different people.
Okay. Um, are there specific tools or resources you recommend for families to support social skills outside of therapy?
Yeah, there is okay, there is social training programs, intervention games and activities, videos on online resources. This podcast,
Yeah,
local,
the books. Yeah, there's books, children's books also.
yes, local support group and communities, structured home activities. You have to put your activity and with a structure way, with structure tools, with structure, moves or settings. There's social skills training program,
Yeah.
things like
Yeah,
this.
there's lots of different
And the main
resources.
thing is this podcast actually.
Yeah, this broadcast. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. How does ABA therapy address cultural or individual differences in social norms?
Nice. This is a very good question because many of people asking ABA techniques is not good with our culture. ABA is not related to our culture. Some of them say that you can touch the children, you can't grab the children, you can't look at him in like look. Uh, that's not true. Applied behavior analysis therapy is designed to be flexible, individualized.
Mm,
So, making an individual, the BCBA, of course, the supervisor making the plan for one children and implementing it.
mhm.
So it's by the individual. It's not for a group. It's just for individual.
Right.
So they
For
are
individual.
individualized. Yeah, we are individualized assessment and treatment planning. So, how you can say that ABA is not addressing with culture? It's not true, actually. So, culture
Yeah.
ABA therapists often work with families to identify the culture, values, and expectations. So, we have mentioned before that we have to talk with parents to know the expectations and the culture and the way I saying the item. So I would like to mention an example with me. We are going we called a plat in our language in Egypt like طبق.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Here in Saudi Arabia, they called it صح. Okay,
Okay. Yeah, we call it
so
sahan here.
yeah, صح, and
Mhm.
we call it in Egypt طبق,
Yeah.
just طبق. Okay, so
Okay.
when I'm introducing the 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 plot for him, I say take the طبق, just take the طبق.
Mhm.
And the pastor
Okay.
told me we are not we name it as صح.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So,
it's
yeah.
important to make the parents with you in the session. Maybe
Mhm.
you have thanks that they are going to correct it for you, and
Mhm.
and after that you are going to identify the traditions, like what I'm saying in the previous episode. I have trained a group of high function autism children
Mm.
about the madness and how they
Yeah, I
have
remember.
to, yeah, how they have to act. And I have asked my Saudi friend for me to told me more about it, and
Mhm.
we
Yeah.
implemented it and have videos for it, and it was very good, and it was a different experience I have faced, so I was very happy with it.
Yeah, it was a very good activity, actually. It was really
Mm,
good. When you gave that example last time, I was
yeah,
thinking that was a very good activity for the children. But, as far as culturally, it's like, you adjust your plan for whatever culture the child is in and whatever language that the child is speaking. So, for me personally, I don't think there's anything culturally inappropriate about ABA.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What advice would you give to parents whose children are struggling with social skills but not yet in therapy?
Not yet
I'd
in
say get them in
therapy.
therapy.
Yeah. This is a good, difficult thing for the parents. So they have to provide a clear expectations of their child, not willing that he can do things over his skills, or lower than his skills. So yeah, they have to provide a clear expectation. Parents should know the ability of their child, and so they must put a limit of expectation and the performance of in every stage. So I'm training him in the first time of saying like hello and shaking hands. Okay,
Yeah.
uh, the expectation of the parents is saying hello, marhaba, kifak, and shaking his hand. Hello,
Mm-hmm.
marhaba, how are you? And asking about the history. No, I'm just teaching him about to say hello and shaking hands.
Your
That
hands.
is
Yeah.
first I'm going to teach him hello, then I'm going to teach him hello and checking
How
the
are you?
hands.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Then I'm going
That is
to teach
sometimes.
these things, but I'm going to every stage I'm going to teach him something. Okay.
Yeah, because it's a
So
step-by-step process.
yeah, so they have to be patient and provide emotional support. So they have uh, they have the emotion support built a support for the child confidence and reduce anxiety for the child. When his
Mhm.
parents say seeing their child to act uh, in the wrong way, that they are just being sad, they just being like he's not good at anything. He's not going to be good with anything in his life. He is doing it very wrong and not in the right way. So they have to provide emotional support for the child to build up uh, like uh, like a confidence for
Yeah, his
the child.
confidence. Yeah, his
And they
self-esteem.
have to use visual supports for the child, like encouraging the child to act, encouraging the child to initiating to communicate. That will help the child and help the parents to have their desire actually.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. How do you handle cases where the child seems to lack interest in social interactions altogether?
Ooh. I have faced problems like this, and it was very
I think
difficult to
every
implement.
specialist has.
Yeah, it was very difficult to implement this kind of problems because I have to gradually exposure the to social situations, uh, uh, like uh, like I'm going to use it in another way, but I'm not going to teach him as a social skill. So the principle of playing, I'm going to play with you, but in the same time, I'm going to teach you a social skill. So
Yeah.
we are playing together. So I like actually the most tea party. Tea
Uh-huh.
party is the very good one.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I am me. I like it the most in the past when I was a kid. I like it the most because I was
Mm-hmm.
like imagining it that I'm sitting in a tea party and here the toys around me is the audience with me.
Your friends.
So
Yeah.
I have to give them the tea, uh, uh, like uh, pulling it in the right way for them, introducing the tea for them in the right way. So tea party is very good. So
Mhm.
imagine it, that we have a tea party, me and the child, and the toys around us expressing the audience. So I'm saying to him, hello, then I have to wait to make him initiate the right way uh, to respond. So I'm going to say hello and waiting for him to say hi. I am Muhammad.
Mhm.
So I'm
Mhm.
going to play with him. We are playing team. So hello, my name is Muhammad. And look,
Yeah.
okay, because it's a new skill he to train about, okay, or to know about. So hello, my name is Muhammad. Then
Mhm.
waiting him to respond, and
Yeah.
repeat it, and gradually exposure it to social situation. Like
Yeah.
in my opinion, I'm going to use playing principle. Like I'm playing with you, but in the same way, uh, I'm making use it uh, as a settings to learn you how to act, or like teaching you a social skill.
Okay. Yeah, I actually like that idea about the tea party. I think that's a fabulous idea. And yeah, you're right, because they will pretend, they may pretend play that these toys or their friends, or something like that. I completely agree with you there. That is like a really good technique. Um,
Yeah.
what do you believe? What do you believe are the most rewarding aspects of teaching social skills through ABA?
Actually, I'm going to answer it as service. Yeah, you know the smile in your face when he mastered a skill. That smile
Yeah,
is yeah, you know,
that is
I, c-
that's the
I
most
can't
rewarding.
I can't express how it's in our hearts. Not it's just
Yeah,
you make a difference in someone life. You know the smile of you. You are you
yeah,
did
yeah.
it.
I, I, I
You
think every therapist, every special education teacher, every occupational therapist, every speech therapist understands exactly what you're talking about.
yes, the smile is I can't express it. I can't express the value of that smile. You know, it's
Yeah,
it's like the smile.
yeah, it's
It
a
is.
sun.
It's
It's
a
a
smile.
sun. It's like, yeah, it's like the sun. It's like, oh, I got it. I understand it,
I
and
can,
they have this big smile on their face. So yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Um,
you have the joy in your heart. You
yeah.
did it after
Mhm.
you have a very long time teaching him. Uh, you are trying and trying and trying, and finally he did it. That smile, that proud
Yeah,
of the kid
that
you are
joy.
working with. Yeah,
Yeah, that
that
joy.
joy in
Yeah,
our hearts. I can't express it.
yeah. Nobody can. Nobody can. It's not
But
just you. It's hard to put into words, but every therapist knows exactly what you're talking about. What is our final question is, what is one
nice.
thing you wish more people understood about the role of ABA therapy in improving social skills?
Wow. Well, that's the main. I think that's the main point. Good question at the final. So, improving skills is not just about teaching specific behavior or social scripts. Instead, ABA therapy is focused on helping children develop the functional skills necessary to navigate social interactions in a flexible and adaptive way. So, you know, every one of us have to know what he is doing actually. Every one of us have to know the difference they are making to the life of someone, the life of a whole family, the life in the community. Uh, once the proud of yourself at the end of, of it is your reward, as we say, the smile, the joy in your heart you are feeling.
Mhm.
That is, so you have to know what you are doing. I mentioned before that a parents asking a child, his child after he had in the sessions, his day, and he's back to the house. His mother or his father or the caregivers, the people around him, ask him, uh, how was the day? You were happy?
Mhm.
You were sad? Uh,
Mhm.
what the activities you did today?
Mhm.
So the answer here is uh, when you are sitting uh, uh, in front of me and I'm asking you this question, how many skills that came in your mind after telling this question? And
Mhm.
it's normal question actually, and every parents want their children to answer this question. Was you happy in the
Mhm.
school? Uh, Someone hit you? You played with
Mhm.
your peers?
Mhm.
Someone insult? Was you happy or sad? Express your feelings. So there's
Mhm.
a lot of skills. You have to know what to do. You have to know that it's a lifestyle for a whole family, not just a one
Um,
or not just a child. It's a whole
yeah.
family
Yeah.
life.
Yeah. Exactly. I agree with that. Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you, Mohammed, so much for enjoying us. I mean, enjoying us for joining us for these two sessions. And inshallah,
yeah.
we'll try to have you back again. And
Okay, inshallah.
yeah, and
Thank
for
you,
everybody else,
thank you.
next
Thank you for
week,
giving me the
inshallah.
opportunity to be with you, actually. And I would like to make use of as a chance to thank my family, my friends. Actually, is very supportive one. I have Kareem, I have Mohamed Al-Halawani, I have a lot of friends. Actually, I would like to thank them from my heart. I have my friend Minna Bey. I would like to thank her very much. I would like to thank all the members of my family, and I would like to thank you for giving me the opportunity to be with you.
Okay, thank you so much. And inshallah, until next time. Inshallah, next week on Tuesday, our regular timing. Thank you, everybody. And until next time, ma salama.
Okay. Assalam.